Hey friend, what's up? So in this video, we're going to go over the April 19th patch notes, take a look at some of the changes, and see how it went. Let's get into it. First on the list, we have Howler Golem. Howler Golem initially was a 7-mana 5/5 with Protected. Roar, deal 2 damage to each enemy creature. It was not played, and it was not very good. And it's not that it was bad, the 7 slot is just very full. You have Unbound Flames, APOC, Demo, Ethereal, Vortec now, Helmna. They're just better options in the 7 slot than this. And now it's 7 again. It went to 6. They tried it out. There's a lot of complaining that it might be too strong. I don't think it was as good as people thought it was going to be because we didn't see it really played at all in any competitive matches or even on ladder. So they unnerfed it, they buffed it, and then they murdered it. So it happens. Happens to the best of them. Firewall was originally a 4-mana 1/5. They buffed it to a 4-mana 1/9. Right, frontline can attack creatures damaged by this creature, get burn +2. And they are reducing its health to 7. It's neutral, so it can go in any list. It does get destroyed by Blade. Blade of the White Plane, Onyx Nightblade also kills it, I believe. Bound by Will, but it is a decently sized frontline that's hard to deal with. But I guess at that point, aren't you just better off running a Guild Enforcer? For 1 mana more, you get a much better stat line that is harder to get through. Yeah, so I honestly don't think it's going to get much play. I think it's actually a pretty big nerf, even though it doesn't look horrible. Arcane Sphere is a 1 mana 1/3. Was creatures damaged by this creature get burn +4. It's been reduced to a 1 mana 1/2. So just like the Howler Golem, reverted back to its base state of not being played and really bad. Renko Hearthmother was a 2 mana 2/3. Allied, set a friendly creature strength equal to its health. It has now been changed, right? Mana cost changed, stat changed, design changed. So increased mana from 2 to 3. Reasonable. Text change. Ally, set a creature strength equal to its health. 2, ally, set a friendly Olympian strength equal to its health. So one more mana. Has an extra health, which is, it's good, right? But now it only targets Olympian, so it's going to be less reliable and harder to combo. Bitter endings. Originally 3 mana. On turn 6, your opponent would get their health to 15 and murder you. Now it will happen on 7 with Pip. So it takes 1 more mana, which is 2 more turns, to get this combo off. I think it's still going to be strong. It was definitely way too strong before. I mean, you didn't always have it on 6, but the list was pretty much built around draw and sleep, and so it felt like always. But sometimes you would die on 5 with a Pip, and now you'll be dying on 6.5 with a Pip, which is fine. I think. We'll see. Okay, Strike Moonlighter, mana cost increased, design changed, increased from 3 to 4, right? Good. Change text from hidden for 1 turn. Pull the top card of your opponent's deck to your hand to ally. Pull the top card from your opponent's deck to your hand. So it's 4. It's no longer 3, which is nice because a 4 mana 3/3 is not nearly as good as a 3 mana 3/3. Also, it lost hidden, which is great because you can interact with it the turn it's played. 3 health is actually pretty killable, right? Blight Bomb, Tracking Bolt, Starship Bolt, Blizzard Bolt, all the bolts, all the bombs. I don't think it's going to be as good. It can still be pretty toxic, but I don't think it's going to be nearly as reliable as it was. Rios, the Old Wolf. Okay, so health changed and text change. So we lost 1 hit point. It's still a 5 mana warrior creature with Blitz. It is a 4/5 now instead of a 4/6, so no longer has a demo stat line, which is probably good because it was a tiny bit overtuned. So after this creature attacks, destroy another creature, give this creature strength and health to a random Olympian in your hand. It used to be after this creature destroys another creature, so now when something trades into it, it will no longer buff anything in your hand. It's only on your turn when you are attacking, so that seems a bit better. Yeah, it seems more reasonable. I think it's still really strong, but not as good. In Blood Oath Binder, RIP, I kind of feel like it's garbage now. It is a 1 mana 1/2 ally, gain +1 strength, and add 2 injured soldiers to your void. I think the 2 injured soldiers to your void is still pretty good as far as synergizing with a few cards in Olympian Light and War, although the drop from 3 to 2 is pretty horrendous. I don't think we see much of this anymore. Perseverance is still at 4 mana. It's pretty much the same exact thing. The only thing that changed is it no longer goes face, so now it attacks a creature, which is important because before you could go face, right? Heal 3, always pop protected, and then corpse explode. So a bit less toxic, but still it's really strong. It's definitely not as good as it was, but not bad. So I guess the Innocent, same mana cost, same text, right? Still super toxic and problematic, although the durability was cut in half, so that's good. Now this can be destroyed with things you can get in the Sanctum, although it is still super oppressive. If you're not running Relicate and you have creatures with 1 attack, this is a nightmare. Or even Drawmar, School Teacher, combo decks. I think it's still really good. Argus Whitewall, I didn't really feel like this was overtuned at all. I think its high win rate was attributed to the fact it was the same deck as Renko Hearthmother, but this got nerfed as well as a 3 mana 4/1. So frontline 1 armor, after a different named friendly creature's maximum health increases. So before it used to be a different creature, any creature gained health, this, right, got buffed, and now it's just your creatures. So it gets bigger, slower. Holy Writ, right, if you buff your opponent's board as well as yours, no longer makes this super big, it'll just be your board. It is 3 mana, so it dies to Blight Bomb, or it dies to Curse of Greed. I mean, if you play it on the board, it dies to Blood Ritual and Blight Bomb, but I feel like this was like collateral damage of the Renko Hearthmother. Divvy Deadly Serenade is a 5 mana 4/5 now. It got 1 extra point of health, which is huge because it no longer dies to Canopy Barrage or Star Shard Bolt. It has the same stat line as Gamma. It is actually quite a bit better. Right, you're not going to do more damage, but it is going to be a bit stickier, which is really important, especially with Amazons. So, glad to see buff. Your Chime is a 4 mana 0/1 durability relic. It used to require 6 stacks to summon the 4 3/3s. Now you only need 4 stacks, so it's going to be slightly more reliable, although you only gain stacks by damaging yourself on your own turn. You can't swing with the relic, so it has to be from hand spells or with Soulburn, God Power. I don't think it's bad, but I just don't think it's as good as Necroceptor, or Skull Scepter for that matter. Oh my, what is this? Assassin's Aim, getting a nerf. Thank you. So it used to be give +3 -1 to a friendly creature and give it hidden. And it was just permanent, forever hidden, and now it's hidden for 1 turn. So now it's not ridiculously broken, it's just a tiny bit broken. Regular broken. Anyway, that's it for this one, friend. I appreciate you hanging out. Like, subscribe, let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, friends.